a blocking foul is going to be called. Darrell Henry will shoot 2. I can't keep up, Andrick.
You know, I am glad you studied for this because the balls are just changing hands so quickly. And again, just Darrell Henry showing his athletic ability. Quavion Williams, I thought, never made a decision if he wanted to attempt to take a charge or block the shot. Got called in between. Called for the foul in that possession.
So here is Darrell Henry heading to the line for the Bloodhounds. Only the second free throw trip for Auburndale. Andrick, this young man is a 4-year varsity basketball player. He started his previous 3 years, but this season, with the emergence of Derwin James, he has accepted a role off the bench, and he's told Coach Robinson, hey, wherever you need me, I am all good. Just let me know how I can contribute.
That's not only a credit to this young man and, you know, him buying in the team, but really a credit to Coach Robinson and just letting you know the type of respect that he has from these young men.
Dewberry shakes the defender and is going to draw a foul. He'll shoot 2. So Henry, who just made a free throw trip for Auburndale, now's whistled. Marcus Dewberry with 2 shots. Dewberry headed to St. Leo to play college basketball.
St. Leo is the defending SSC champs. Won't have to go far to see this young man play from Polk County.
Full court press for the Highlanders. John Barrett dumps it off. Put back up and in. Derwin James got up that time. Dewberry answering. Just off. Henry back with it for the Hounds. Right now, Auburndale running. And they are clicking. Lake Wales needs a timeout.
Auburndale seems not to be fazed by the pressure of the Lake Wales Highlanders, making them pay for miscues in the backcourt. And really doing it with dribble penetration.
Well, this Lake Wales team, probably not as high-powered as the team that we saw 1 year ago at the Lakeland Center in the 5A state championship with Marcel White and company. Led by Coach Billy Washington. Lake Wales, just such a class team. Remember, they were runners-up to Dwyer the year before last, but came in last year. Marcel White throwing it down. Then you had Douglas Brooks getting it done inside. Lake Wales state champions in 2012.
I mean, this was a team that only lost to Dwyer, you ask me. I mean, they were flat out embarrassed by Dwyer the year before in front of a home crowd. So they played all of last season with a chip on their shoulder. And that chip they cashed in big time in March.
Foul called. Shaquille Snell heads to the line. And it's going to be an out-of-bounds play for the Highlanders. So foul on the floor. Both coaches really working the officials, especially Coach Robinson for Auburndale. Snell. Oh, get that out of here.
Who needs whiteout when you have an eraser?
Douglas Brooks comes right back with a reverse.
I can understand how, if I'm Jimbo Fisher and Derwin James shows up to a combine and shows me that vertical leap, his ability to get up and down the floor, and his size and strength, I can understand why he was off.
Snell, nicely done, scoring, and sent him to the line. It'll be Savante Frazier with the runner. He'll shoot 1.
We've seen Frazier do most of his damage from the outside. Here attacking the basket. Get an opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
This is the sixth man for Lake Wales, just a junior. Tipped, stolen, 3-on-2 now. Snell, wild shot. Auburndale controlling. Barrett lobs it up. Steven, Elmo Steven, hard to the hole. 32-27. Alongside Andrick Frazier, I'm Drew Felios. This is Lake Wales in black and Auburndale in the all-white uniforms. It's been something throughout this first half. Allen St. Louis now, 1-on-3. Steven able to get the rebound and draw the foul. He'll shoot two.
Allen St. Louis on this possession, as he's dribbling the basketball down the floor, you're really thinking it's a bad decision. And he turned a 1-on-4 into a 1-on-1 break as quick as I've seen anyone do it. His ability just to force the basketball at the hole left a great offensive rebound and opportunity for Steven.
Elmo Steven, a 3.0 GPA, just one of those seniors who exemplifies what Auburndale basketball is all about. There's Mike Alexis. As Steven, a 3-year starter. He is the go-to guy in the clutch for the Hounds. You surprised that he's scoring 22 a game? It looks like Derwin James would be the high-point guy, just based on what we've seen this first half.
We've seen Derwin James have an opportunity to get a lot of baskets, cleaning things up from attacking the offensive glass, but Elmo Steven, a lot of the offense is run through him. I just think he has an opportunity to get a lot of shots to fall, similar to what we saw last week. We had an opportunity to do Jesuit and Winter Haven, and McSpadden not really heating up until the third quarter.
Brooks forcing it up. Bodies flying all over the court here today. Alley-oop!
Speaking of flying, tickle me Elmo at the rim.
Right back with a three. Shaquille Snell. No time to celebrate for Auburndale.
This is where Auburndale's doing a good job getting the basketball to the middle of the floor and making great decisions at the rim. Lake Wales not doing a good job after the primary trap. Very poor rotation on the weak side.
Snell wants another three. This one's long. Under 20 seconds to go. Elmo Steven says, I'll take the three.
Heat check.
Brooks trying to answer. What a first half here at Auburndale. And I have a feeling there is a lot more to come.
Both teams just showing you how to get up and get down. Elmo Stevens getting heated up here at the Tracy McGrady Gymnasium.
Well, there's your score. Auburndale 40-30 over Lake Wales here on the Subway Restaurants Game of the Week. And up and down first half of basketball here from the Tracy McGrady Gymnasium. Alongside Andrick Frazier, I'm Drew Felios. Auburndale and Lake Wales, two teams that we have not seen before this season. They have put on a show after one half of play.
Well, these two have definitely not disappointed. Both teams getting up and down. I think Auburndale Drew really has done an unbelievable job handling the press from Lake Wales. They have had some turnovers. They're doing a good job once they do get the ball across half court, attacking the basket and making the Highlanders play.
In case you're wondering, too, let's take a look at our Bright House Sports Network top 10 and see where these two teams stack up in the rankings. Lake Wales right now, number 4, Auburndale, number 6.
Well, I mean, I think the rankings here are true. We've had an opportunity to watch a lot of these teams right now. Have not seen Tampa Prep play yet, but we had Jesuit last week. Right now, Auburndale's going to try to leapfrog, I think, Berkeley Prep and Lake Wales. Boca Ciega's playing some pretty good basketball. Tampa Catholic, which things can go a little bit better offensively, but Gibbs is a team I think we're going to have to watch out for come district time. Again, they were upset in districts last year. They have a lot to prove in 2013.
It's funny, too, Andrick. Bartow, Lake Wales, and Auburndale, the Polk County teams, have really beat up on each other this season.
Well, they have, and they played each other early, which is something that we're not accustomed to seeing. So it'll be interesting to see once we finish the Stinger shootout in a couple of weeks how everything shakes out. And then when the districts start, everybody's record is 0-0. Time to start for a fresh new season.
All right, when we come back, more from halftime. Halftime stats and highlights from Polk County at Auburndale High School. Bloodhounds by 10, and we are back right after this.
The Bright House Sports Network Game of the Week is presented by Subway Restaurants. Stop by Subway this January for the new Savory Turkey and Bacon Melt today. Subway, eat fresh.
40-30 your score after one half of play. Alongside Andrick Frazier, I'm Drew Felios, but the tempo that these two teams have set, a 10-point lead can be erased just like that.
Yeah, if you come out here with your guard down, the way these two teams have been playing and putting the ball in the hole, we can see ourselves with both teams pushing the century mark tonight.
There you saw Jacravion Williams laying one in and then swatting one away. Brooks comes back for Lake Wales. Douglas Brooks with a big first half offensively. That was a tough shot right there, but Auburndale did not back down. They would kick on the afterburners as well. Derwin James with the layup, then a rejection by James. Elmo Stephen, the recipient of a couple alley-oops. And Stephen even stepped out and knocked down a jumper.
Well, I think what you saw right there with those 7 consecutive points scored by Stephen, I think was what gave Auburndale momentum to finish out the first quarter. Let's see if Lake Wales has an answer at the beginning of the second half.
All right, when we come back, half number 2. Lake Wales and Auburndale high school basketball continues next on Bright House Sports Network. The Tracy McGrady Gymnasium here in Polk County, the home of the Auburndale Bloodhounds, 40-30. Here's your score after one half of play. We're also tracking George Jenkins and Ridge Community, our B game tonight. Ryan Bass is there, and he joins us now with a report. Ryan?
Hey guys, a back and forth battle here at Ridge High School between the Bolts and the Eagles until late in the second half. Let's check out some of the highlights. Peter Serrano, the Eagles guard, scored 29 points the last time these two teams met. Can they contain him? Here, early in the game in transition, Serrano takes it, lays it in, 6-2 Eagles. Now it's 6-6, over 5 minutes to go in the first, and off the inbounds, Dalton Cox nails it from long range, 9-6 Eagles. But Ridge would climb back. A couple of ticks left in the first. Jadarian Johnson picks off the pass, lays it in, 18-17 Bolts. But then here comes the run by the Eagles, led by Jonathan Liptak. Gets the bucket to go and the foul. He had 9 at the half, 11 for Serrano. Eagles led 38-27 at the break. Drew, back to you.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much. We'll continue to track George Jenkins and Ridge Community as the night goes along here at Auburndale. A 10-point game, and there's your halftime stats. A look at the assists and the turnovers. Both teams, for as up-tempo as they have played, surprising only 13 turnovers between them.
Well, I think the biggest stat that's not told right here is, the 7 times that Lake Wales has turned the basketball over, 6 of those were steals, which led to easy buckets for Auburndale. So the ability to really turn your team over, capture the basketball and push it down the floor and capitalize off that really deflates the team. And I think that's why you see Auburndale up by 10 points.
So the Auburndale Bloodhounds, mentioned a few times the Tracy McGrady Gymnasium we're playing at tonight. Tracy McGrady, obviously a tremendous NBA player, played for the Orlando Magic. Went to Auburndale High School, then Mount Zion Academy for a year, but he donates, Andrick, about $5,000 a year to this program. Even bought a nice, huge, big screen for the locker room. He continues to donate to this program year after year.
You know, for years, Tracy has continued to be involved here in Polk County. You know, whether it's bringing his foundation here to conduct basketball clinics or hosting adult basketball league tournaments, which raises money here for the school as well. So, again, one of those good stories. I mean, you talk about Lake Wells, and Mario Stoudemire is another one that's very involved with their program. You know, so these guys continue to give back and show their face here, and that means a lot to these kids.
Steal by Shaquille Snell. And Snell puts it in to start the third quarter. He is the defensive spark for Lake Wales. John Barrett swatted away. One more try at the rim is no good. Lake Wales with Dewberry. Caught up that time, and luckily for him, a foul's going to be called. Dewberry a little out of control.
I think Dewberry there trying to force the issue and create contact. He was successful on that drive. See Auburndale here again, the ability to try to break the press, but Snell running through the passing lane, picking the basketball off really easy too.
Snell fires from three. Just wide. Dewberry puts it in. 4 points right out of the locker room for Lake Wales. And a timeout going to be called, as Eric Robinson does not like the way that third quarter started.
Well, Lake Wales switching defense is still the full court pressure, but going to more of a 1-3-1. Just being quicker to the basketball. Dewberry here. Hustle points, 4 so far for Lake Wales, 0 for Auburndale.
Well, Bright Out Sports Network is your home for high school sports, and each week we honor a student that excels on and off the field. You can meet that student. He or she is our Bright Out Sports Network Athlete of the Week. The Athlete of the Week on BHSN.com every single week. Log on and check it out. Good chance one of the players in this game could be Athlete of the Week. We have seen some premier talent here tonight, as Coach Randy Lee, only his first year. You know, he went to Lakeland High School, graduated with the Dreadnoughts, grew up in Lakeland. You know, Lakeland, it's kind of always them and everybody else in Polk County. James to the rack. Derwin James has 8.
No, Derwin James has had the loudest 8 points I think I've ever seen in a basketball game. You know, just impact buckets.
Quavon Williams comes back. Both teams trading buckets. Three-pointer on the way. John Barrett shot it long. Right back up. And Rosemont Alexis will shoot 2.
Auburndale has to be very careful. Lake Wales will continue to chip away at this lead. You know, this is an eerily familiar situation for Coach Robinson, the first time they face Lake Wales. So Auburndale has to be able to weather this storm. So both teams go at halftime and make some adjustments. Can you pick up on these adjustments and continue to take care of the basketball?
Rosemont Alexis only 5'10", but he can get up. He can dunk the basketball. Interesting story with him, Andrick. Last season, had some attitude issues with the team, and he was dismissed. Coach Eric Robinson told him to take a walk. So he did not play most of last season, but got everything together, apologized to coach and the team, and he has been a model citizen this year on this club.
We need the model citizen to step up and make some shots here. Auburndale also switching to a 3-2 zone.
Blocked. Almost Steven got a piece. Brooks tried to save it, couldn't. Douglas Brooks. All over the place here tonight. Knocked away, and Clergeau didn't expect it back. Three-pointer by Steven, no good. And here's Snell. He had his pocket picked. But out of bounds it goes, and it'll stay with Lake Wales. There is Don Bridges, Polk County Athletic Director, in attendance tonight. Always good to see Bridges at a Polk County sporting event. One of my fans, Andrew.
It's like one of your only friends on Facebook.
Three-pointer by Douglas Brooks. Still waiting for your acceptance, by the way.
We'll be waiting for a long time, my friend.
Rosemont Alexis to the rack. Score and send him to the line.
That basket was so good, the net doesn't want to let it go. Alexi, you talked about that athletic ability there. You see him exploding towards the basket. That's when you know you have game, Drew. You just stick the ball in the bucket and it doesn't want to let it go. That's game.
Yeah, my shots would usually get stuck in the rim and the backboard in that spot where they would give it to the other team, basically. So I was not as fortunate.
That explains why that Lato gym is used as a hurricane shelter. All those bricks you laid over there help with the masonry work.
At least I was known for something. Rosemont Alexis, one free throw. And it's 47-39. Snell will take another shot and knock down a three. Traveling call. So a lead for Auburndale, back to 11. Interesting to see if the Bloodhounds can continue to play this pace and come out victorious.
I think we also have an issue with the score clock. I think the score should be 42-47.
Our referee, Jeff Amper, has been refereeing games since I was in high school. He has done them all.
He has been around for some time. Worked in several associations. One of the class acts of officiating.
Teed me up a few times. Snell went to the lob, but too tall for Douglas Brooks.
Snell would have needed Amari Stoudemire to receive it into that one. Finish the lob. A little high.
Derwin James down court. And it's going to be tipped. It'll stay. No to Lake Wales. Shaquille Snell, he has wreaked havoc in this third quarter for the Highlanders. No whistle and a dunk by Jaquavon Williams. So Quay has been doing his thing offensively. Now Barrett penetrates. Up and in. Elmo Steven will shoot one. Looked like one official wanted to call traveling Andrick, but they decide to count it.
Elmo Stevens, the senior, coming up with a big answer for Auburndale. Push this lead back up to 5, but we've seen Quavon Williams get it done on the defensive end, and there you're showing the young man throwing one down.
Throw good by Steven.
Auburndale back to a man-to-man defense.
Howard back up and in. Dedrick Brinson. Brinson has 4 points. Runner too strong by Henry. And a jump ball. A little bit shaken up is Elmo Steven, and a collision that time. favoring his right ankle. Well, it takes a lot of conditioning to run up and down the court like these two teams have. Auburndale took part in the offseason, Andrick, in a CrossFit class, the new craze that
has your body looking so great.
Well, most women are taking part. Derwin James, I don't know if he needs CrossFit. He's got 10. Right back at you, Savante Frazier. Elmo Stevens got 16 points tonight, and he draws a foul, looking to add 2 more.
You know, Lake Wales gets so aggressive in their full court pressure defense. You know, the second line guys get sucked up, and Auburndale's been able to take advantage of that. I mean, there's been a lot of wide open passes out in the mid-court to the wings as long as they stay wide, and Auburndale's been able to convert on the other end.
Hey, high school sports fans, what's the best way to keep up with the best in high school sports? Like BHSN HD on Facebook. Right Out Sports Network is your home for high school sports. Elmo Stevens, second free throw comes up short. Boy, Shaquille Snell has been all over the place. Here he is pulling up from 16. James with the rebound. And there's Snell again. He is like a little pest right now for the Highlanders.
You know, Snell is just that energizer bunny. You just wind him up and he just keeps going and going and going. A little bit of S squared if you haven't had enough. Auburndale surely has nearly. Here you see him miss the pull-up jump shot. And usually the person that misses the shot is the last person to get back on defense. Snell hustles and sprints back, gets the steal, and there's a Ward on the other end with the easy layup.
Yeah, we didn't see it on the second half of that replay, but Snell came up and stole it from Elmo Stevens. Andrick, in high school basketball, it is so important at every level. The outlet pass and getting it to the right guy. That time they tried to get it to Steven, and Snell was right there to steal it.
Not only that, you have to come and make sure you're meeting the basketball. Elmo Stevens there, just I don't know if it's fatigue or not understanding where the defender was on the court, not running the basketball until his hands, and easy steal for Snell.
So Auburndale's lead has been trimmed to 3. Clears Joe. What a move. So Keon Clergeau scores. The freshman goes glass.
Clergeau has a bright future ahead of him. He's ability to handle the basketball and pressure. Finish in traffic, only a freshman.
Savante Frazier's been quiet as of late. Tried to get it to Snell. Runner is good.